ch1. You are listening at FameTV.info. Guingjie does not have a special attitude towards things like one-night stands, neither reject or like it. In fact, there are many such things in the circle of friends around him, and he also feels that it is common, as long as the two of them are willing and don't involved with each other, but he himself does not intend to try, because he feels that it is strange for two people who do not have a deep relationship to sleep together. The progress from a romantic relationship to a physical relationship is a normal and reasonable process. Of course, there is another reason, is that he never lacked a girlfriend with a good family background, good looks, well-mannered, gentle and polite. He is well-known in social circles. From middle school to now, he really has never lacked a girlfriend, and even each gap period does not exceed 3 months. Although the history of love is rich, but he considers himself not a playboy. Every period of love he is genuinely loving to the other person, sincerely. Every breakup is also the same as dating, mutually willing, straightforward. In short, he really does not need a one-night stand. Do not consider this kind of thing, until that one exception. The other party is Ting Yufei, the woman who gives people a headache. Beautiful woman. A beautiful woman who is arrogant and willful and has an unreasonable temper. This type is not in his girlfriend preference range at all. He likes the sweet, well-behaved and lovely type, polite and know how to advance and retreat, not noisy. In short, beautiful and sensible. And Ting Yufei is very beautiful, but the other aspect looks like not involved. I heard that last time Luan wanted to ask Ting Yufei out. It's okay if she didn't agree, but she also gave him a looks like a shrew. That woman is brutal to death. Think they are the great miss from Qin family. Luan is out of his mind. So many advice not to go courting. Why provoke Ting Yufei? Ting Yufei, she probably thinks that men should kneel at her feet. She really thinks she is attractive to people. Guingjie's thoughts from that night. No, that trip to the United States had 3 nights, inexplicably 3 nights. Should not blame the wine, should not blame the atmosphere, should not blame their being stood up by me. She and chinning together. Anyway, is unexpected things happen unexpectedly. He had some regrets afterwards, and he felt though that she did too. Guingjie took another sip of wine, put those things behind him, and listened to the words of a few friends around him. Yes, they were the ones who mentioned Ting Yufei, so he remembered her. The incident happened more than 2 months ago. He had not put it on his mind. This kind of thing happens a lot in this circle, not only she and him. And they have also agreed to never talk about it to the public. It should have been put to rest, and he really did not take it to heart, but Ting Yufei, that woman's attitude avoided him like a beast, makes him very unhappy. But he was unhappy to be unhappy. The few big men beside him criticized her endlessly. The words are quite mean. He was quite uncomfortable to listen to it. She is bratty and arrogant. It's fine if someone is willing to spoil her. What are you guys worried about? Guingjie didn't hold back and made a cold comment. A few of the friends froze, then laughed. One of them elbowed him. James has traveled with Ting Yufei to the United States, so maybe he knows her differently. A different understanding. That's true. She even told him her secret. They knew each other, and she even told him her secret. She had been cheated on by a cheap guy when she was a student in America, betrayed by her best friend. She had taken him to meet all her friends. She had given her friend a car to drive, a house to live in and money to spend, and finally she had caught them both in bed. It is simply dog's blood drama. And she had aborted her child for that man. Really bad experience. He knew that she must be eager to bring this secret into the coffin. That it's just that people need to vent. The best friend died, just as Ting Yufei cursed them at the time, hit by a car in the street. The dead girlfriend's mother sent the gifts that the other party bought for Ting Yufei in the past few years, surprisingly, all the gadgets that Ting Yufei had said she liked. After Ting Yufei no longer cared about her, that girlfriend actually silently misses their friendship until the day of death. So Ting Yufei feelings of complicated pain he can understand. She revisited the old place and tried to let go of the past and erase the wounds. He also felt very normal. At that time she only had him around, so she told him the story. It was a very subtle psychological contradiction. She trusted him not to go around saying, but also attempted to push him far away. Exposing the most unpleasant side of herself to him. not hiding anything at all, as if to say, "Hey, Guingjie, this is me, you must not like me." He's not traveling with Qin Yufei, he's clearly chasing after his kung fu girl. But by the way, James, you didn't catch up with me she in the end. It looks like the gap period is going to break the record this time. Guingjie's best friend Su Yenchang teased him. Guingjie laughed, "Yeah, I didn't catch up. Me she is a very cute and beautiful little girl, is the type of Guingjie I never met before, so he chased her for a while, but unfortunately there has been no call, and there is even miscommunication feeling. In addition, Guingjie noticed that Mi's heart belongs to another person, so he also gave up. There are many cute and beautiful girls, there is no need to be obsessed." He has always been open-minded about this matter of feelings, never forced. There was some commotion in the doorway when they talked. Guingjie and several other gentlemen looked over at the sound, and it was really, speak of the devil arrived. The three girls who just entered the door, one of them is Qin Yufei. She was wearing a silver and white dress, showing off her white and delicate shoulders and long, beautiful legs, wearing a very thin necklace on her slender neck, and the sparkling diamonds on the pendant were very eye-catching. Hair pulled up, tied by diamond chain, glittery on the black hair, very beautiful. Qin Yufei smiled coquettishly, carefree. Guingjie lowered his eyes, looked at the wine glass, and very deliberately did not look at her. Someone next to him elbowed him again. "Hey, Qin Yufei will actually come. James, do you know her well?" "She actually." Guingjie subconsciously looked up by this bump, and met Qin Yufei's gaze looking this way. The two eyes met. Guingjie did not turn his head, he looked straight at her. The voices around him wanting to discuss Qin Yufei died down. Everyone was very guilty and busy about themselves. Who should refill the wine, who should find food, who should find someone to dance with, what the hell? Guingjie's face blackened. "It is afraid that the woman does not know that you are gossiping about her." Qin Yufei raised her eyebrows and watched the group of gentlemen disperse, then she looked at Guingjie, raising her eyebrows and turning her head to ignore him again. "If don't care, then don't care, who cares about it?" Guingjie turned around and put the empty cup on a waiter's plate, taking another glass of wine with his hand. An uncle and elder came to greet him. "Ingjie, long time no see, how is your father doing?" Guingjie's father is the chairman of the Huada Group. Chairman Gu Wenguang. The Huada Group has hotels, restaurants, resorts, property development and many other companies and businesses. Guingjie is the youngest in the family. There is a brother and a sister above. The older brother and sister are much older than him, so Guingjie since childhood is highly favored. The family requirements for him is also much more lenient than the older brother and sister. After he returned from his overseas studies, he worked in the family business. His position was not too high or too low, his work was not too busy or too idle, no one asked him to take the lead, and no one belittled his role. He thought this was good, he had work to train himself, but also had time to enjoy life. He was satisfied with his current situation. Guingjie finished socializing with that uncle and elder, and was invited by a beautiful woman to dance on the floor. After politely declining another dance, he stood on the side of the floor chatting with his friend, who was called away afterwards, and he was a bit bored. At this time he saw Qin Yufei again. She was taking something to eat from the table. The plate contained some French fries, fried squid rings, fried fish sticks and other snacks, and she is holding the plate and looking at the long table. The corners of Guingjie's mouth twitched, wanted to laugh a little. He knew what she was looking for, but he did not want to care about her. A few seconds later, he couldn't help but turn back, and she was still there looking seriously. Guingjie sighed in his heart, he really did not want to care about her, really. He took a few steps and called a waiter to bring some ketchup to the counter, and the waiter agreed. Soon, a bowl of ketchup was placed on the counter, and Guingjie saw Qin Yufei's eyes light up as she scooped 2 large spoonfuls onto her plate. Guingjie found himself smiling, then found himself heading over to the dining table. Then again, he was already standing next to Qin Yufei. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.